All right, so we have been talking about ثلاثي مجرد, the abwab that have 3 root letters. For example, we can see here the first one is فعل and al-madi, and the mudari is يفعل, and then the masdar is فعل. What do you know about the masdar of verb form number 1? What do you know or remember about that?
It's varied. It doesn't have a scale itself.
Excellent. For every single verb, it will be different. There might be like some verbs that they have the same masdar on the same wazn. There are different awzan, but they are not fixed. Whereas about the abwab thulathi mazid fi, the extended form of the verb, the good thing is that the masadir are fixed, and basically these abwab are named only on the names of the masadir. So that will make our lives easier. Okay, so how can we remember now? The form number 2, we have to remember only tashdid. Form number 3, we have to remember alif. And form number 4, we have to remember hamza. Tashdid, alif, hamza. As of now, that is your homework that you have to remember. Tashdid, alif, hamza. That's number 1. And number 2, that's for the past. That's what we need to remember about the past. What do we have to remember? Tashdid, alif, hamza. For the present, what we have to remember is only the mudari form will start with dhamma, you. So you, that's what we have to remember, and we have to remember tashdid, alif, and hamza. Tashdid, alif, and hamza, and the mudari will be you. For example, fa'ala, yufa'ilu. Fa'ala, yufa'ilu. Af'ala, yufa'ilu. So what do we see here common in the mudari? What is common? That
we see the shadda,
the beginning of every form starts with dhamma, right? Normally we have learned that in
4 letter it starts with dhamma.
Yeah, with dhamma, that's right. Only for these 3 abwab, only for these 3, okay? So it starts with dhamma. So for example, the first one we can see it has fa'ala yaf'alu, so it has fatha. Whereas the number 2 form and 3 and 4, they have dhamma, fa'ala yufa'ilu, fa'ala yufa'ilu, af'ala yuf'ilu. So what happened here? Tashdid has increased. So why do we call them mazid fi? That something has been increased. So what has increased here? Tashdid. So fa'ala.
Increase in the action.
Yeah, and number 2, what has increased? Alif. And number 3, what has increased is hamza. Tashdid, alif, hamza. That is what we have to remember. Okay, so if we say that tashdid means, all right, so tashdid means that it is extended form of the verb, right? So if I type here, let's say, if I type here radda, if I say radda, okay, is this the extended form of the verb?
No, it's a 3-lettered, which is mujarrad.
Okay, so yeah, so as we can see here, this is not extended form of the verb, so we don't have to be confused with the tashdid. Even if we have tashdid, we have to have 3 main letters, and then we have to have tashdid as well. So that will make it 4. For example, when we count here, fa, then ain happens to be twice. So fa, a, and lam. So these are 4 letters. But when we say here ra, and then we have dal, so we have 3 letters. So if we add one more dal, raddada, then it will be called extended form or mazid fi. So this is called mazid fi. Raddada yuraddidu tardidan. And we use this word tardid to reply to someone, or to sometimes reject something or refuse something. So raddada yuraddidu tardidan. But when we have radda only, then it is not the extended form of the verb. This is thulathi mujarrad. Did you get it? So this is a new thing maybe, or this is something that we need to know, that whenever we see tashdid, that doesn't mean that we say radda yuruddu, radda yurud. No, we don't have to say with dhamma. Even it doesn't make sense. We cannot say yuruddu, doesn't make sense. But when we say radda yaruddu, then it is fine. So but it is raddada yuraddidu, then inshallah it will be much clearer. All right, so we have tashdid, alif, and hamza. So today's inshallah lesson, what we have we have to discuss about the fourth form of the verb, and it is the third extended form of the verb, which is af'ala yuf'ilu if'alan. And yesterday, as we discussed, that we should know that they have two masadir, so I have put both of them over here. Now it's up to you if you are able to retain or not. So fa'ala yuf'ilu, it can be taf'ilun and it can be taf'ilatun. And similarly, fa'ala yuf'ilu, it can be mufa'alatun and it can be fi'alun. As of now, I would recommend that you focus only on taf'il and mufa'ala, but as of information, you should know that it can also have masdar on the pattern of taf'ilatun and fi'alun. All right, so inshallah, this is enough for the extended forms of the verb. So when I change the screen, I will ask only one question, and inshallah, I'm sure you should be able to answer the question. Okay, so how do we recognize or differentiate the form number 3, 2, 3, and 4 from number 1?
By the Dhamma.
The past. Let's focus first we talk about the past.
Yes. Okay, the past. Shadda, Alif, and
Excellent.
Hamza.
Yes, tashdid, Alif, and Hamza. Very good. That is for the past. And what about the present?
It starts, all the three start with Dhamma, whereas that starts with a Fatha.
Okay, they always start with Dhamma. And I would like to add one more thing to avoid confusion from the beginning. And the second last letter will be always with Kasra. So it starts with Dhamma, and the last one we know has Dhamma. And before the last, we will have the one with Kasra. It will not be with Dhamma. Maybe I can show you so it will be clearer. Inshallah, let me show you. So what I mean to say here, so the ending is Dhamma. We know beginning is Dhamma and the ending is Dhamma always. Yufa'ilu, 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 right? The ending has Dhamma.
Yeah,
and before ending, there must be Kasra.
All the three scales have, okay.
Yeah, they should have Kasra.
Before the last one.
Yeah, must have Kasra, because if they have the Fatha, then it will become Majhul, passive.
Some other scale.
Yeah, it will be another scale, yeah. So fa'ala yufa'ilu, fa'ala yufa'ilu, af'ala yuf'ilu. So e should be the second last letter, should have Kasra. And we know the beginning and the ending has Dhamma, as we can see here. Beginning has Dhamma and the ending of Madari has always Dhamma. It always comes with Dhamma. All right, so shall we, okay, I think we can go through the handouts from the beginning, because yesterday we discussed about them, and inshallah, today we will go through the first points we can go through quickly. So the first one is yuridu. So yuridu is which form? Does it have tashdid?
No.
Okay, so it doesn't have tashdid, it doesn't have alif, and it is arada yuridu. So we are talking about the past, so it starts with dhamma. It will be the fourth form of the verb, and the third extended form of the verb. Yeah, the third extended one, right? The third from mazid fi, and the fourth overall. So arada yuridu iradatan. Okay, so when we say yuridu, it means he wants. And when we say they want, yuriduna. And similarly, she wants, turidu. And they want, all ladies want will be turidna. Okay. You want, turidu. And you all want, turiduna, right? So this one should be easier. Una sound is used for the una sound always, it is always used for the masculine plural. Masculine plural, yeah. So whenever we have the una sound, for example, yuriduna, turiduna, that means this is for the masculine plural. So when it starts with ya, that means this is for the third person. And when it starts with ta, that means it is for the second person. Turidna. Yes, turidna, okay. So Mada turidu ya Bilalu, what do you want, O Bilal? So when we talk about to the second person, we say turidu. And for the plural, of course, we will say Mada turiduna ya ikhwanu, what do you want, brothers? And then we have I want, uridu, and we want, nuridu, right? I want uridu and we want nuridu. Nuridu aqlaman, we want pens. And nuridu, we know that this is not the first or the fourth form of the verb. That's why the noun that follows it will be always mansoob. Nuridu aqlaman. Mada turidina ya Layla. Turidina is the different, it's completely different form, which is for you, for the singular feminine. For example, you. For example, Mada turidina ya Aishatu, or Mada turidina ya La'ilatu. Ina sound is used for the singular feminine second person. Arada is for the past, arada, and then I want will be aradtu, aradtu. I want, aradtu. So inshallah, when we do the lesson, it will be easier for us to reflect on it. Okay, ma, we have learned that ma is used to ask questions.
Istifham.
Istifhamia. So we say ma or istifhamia. For example, masmuka, what is your name? So it is translated as what. And then it is used to negate in the past. For example, we say ma fahimtu darsa, I did not understand the lesson. And it can be also used to negate the present. But when we use it to negate the present, then it restricts present to the only to the current time, only to the existing situation. It's not for always like something in the past or present. It is only used for the existing situation that we are in now. And inshallah, in today's lesson, we are talking about ma al-mawsula, the relative pronoun al-mawsula that is used to connect two ideas. For example, nasitu ma qultali, I forgot what you told me. And ashrabu ma tashrabu, I will drink that you drink. And la a'budu ma ta'budun, I don't worship what you worship. Okay, now do you remember how will we know that this is ma al-mawsula?
It comes in the place of alladhi.
Yes, for example, replace it with alladhi. Okay, replace it with one of the original relative pronouns. The original relative pronouns are alladhi, alladhina, allati, and allati. Excellent. And allati. And then two of them are also used as mawsula, but they don't belong to that family, but they are also called al-mawsula. One is ma and one is man. So we are learning about ma today, and inshallah, man, we will learn about this in the following lessons. So ma and man are also used in the place of alladhi and allati. So this is like, even in English, we say, as we can see here, I will drink what you drink, or I will drink that you drink. For example, we say a mouse is what or that we use.
I just want to clarify this one. Is it not this a ma of condition? How will the ma of condition be? Ashrabu ma tashrabu, is it not a condition over here?
Condition will be in conditional sentences, the mudari becomes majzoom. Then mudari becomes ashrab ma tashrab. I will drink that you will drink. So then it will be majzoom. Okay. So this is, you're welcome. So this is ma'al mawsula, which is used to connect, as we can see here. La a'budu, I don't worship. What you worship, ma ta'budun, or that you worship. So it can be translated as that, or it can be translated as which, and it can be translated as what. Okay, so we have discussed in detail about the use of dhu. It means sahib, yani the possessor, and it can be used as in the place of subject, it can be in the place of object, and it can be also in the place of harf jar as well. So when we say fi faslina talibun dhu sha'rin tawilin, here, what is the form, the grammatical form of dhu? Is it marfu, mansub, or majroor? Marfu.
It's marfu.
Why it is marfu?
Because the talib, the file is
marfu. That's right. Because it's it becomes sifa for the noun that it precedes. So the noun that comes before it will be mawsuf, and it becomes sifa.
So this is
and we know that mawsuf and sifa always.
Okay.
So we know that mawsuf and sifa always come in. Yeah, fi faslina, we know that harf jar and dharf and jar majroor can never be subject. They will never be subject. They will be always predicate. They will be khabar. Okay, so ra'aytu taliban dha sha'rin tawilin. Now, because we are using dha for taliban, so taliban is mansub. That's why we have used dha and not dhu. And then uridu mushafan dha harfin kabirin. Again, I want a copy of the Quran with large letters. So mushafan is mansub. That's why after that we have used dha. So they have to be the same the i'rab has to be the same for the and the noun that comes before it. Okay, ممنوع من الصرف, yani the nouns that do not accept tanween and do not accept kasra. We have discussed that they have different patterns, different awzan. For example, mafa'ilu wa mafa'ilu wa af'ila'u wa af'alu. There are many patterns that we have discussed. It's up to you now that you can prepare a list and inshallah you can memorize them. So one of the patterns that we have here for the nouns that are partially flexible is fu'alu. So the noun that comes on this pattern will be also partially flexible. For example, hubalu, zufaru, zuhalu, and then we have umaru, the name umaru as well. And we say that this is why it is mamnu min as-sarf, because it comes with alam. The noun has to be a proper noun. And then we say, either we say it's on the pattern of fu'alu, or we will say ma'dul. So you can call either of them. So two reasons are supposed to be there. So one reason is alam, and the second reason is either you can say it's ma'dul, or you can say it's on the pattern of fu'alu. Both of them are okay. Okay, now coming back to here, so we have kharaja umaru. Now we can see here that the noun umaru does not have tanween. It is not umarun. Why it is not umarun? Because it is on the pattern of fu'alu. Umaru. See here, fu'alu, umaru. So that's why it is partially flexible and it will not accept tanween. So we say fu'alu. Kharaja umaru, sa'altu umara. So umara here it is maf'ul bihi. It should be with kasra, but we know that the noun that are partially flexible do not accept kasra. So that's why it is sa'altu umara. And katabtu ila umara. Sorry, this one should be here. Katabtu ila umara. I wrote to Umar. So ila, after harf jar, the noun has to be majroor, right? It should have kasra. But why it does not have kasra?
Partially flexible.
It's partially flexible.
Majroor bil fatha.
Majroor bil fatha, and it's halan majroor. It's in the place of majroor, but it does not take kasra. That's why it has taken only fatha. Okay, so the colors, all the colors for masculine will be on the pattern of af'alu. All the masculine colors, or the colors that are used for male, will be on the pattern of af'alu. For example, abiyadu, aswadu, ahmaru. So they are all on the pattern of af'alu. Whereas the feminine colors, or the colors that are used for feminine, will be on the pattern of bayda'u, which is the pattern of
Afilau,
right? Bayda'u, or af'alau, which should be af'alau, right? So bayda'u, sawda'u, and hamra'u.
Fa'lau.
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 Fa'lau. Okay, fa'lau, that's right. Thank you. So bayda'u, sawda'u, and hamra'u. Okay, so what was the color of the cow that was supposed to be slaughtered?
Sufrau.
Baqaratun safrau. Yeah, so that cow was yellow. So that's why it is baqaratun safrau. It's not baqaratun asfaru. It's safrau, because we know that the feminine colors that are used, they are on the pattern of fa'lau. For example, bayda'u, sawda'u, and hamra'u. And both of these patterns, af'alu and fa'lau, they are mamnu min as-sarf. So that means also they will not accept tanween. So basically 3 patterns we are learning here in this lesson. One is on the pattern of fu'alu, and af'alu is very common. We have learned many times, and today's pattern is fa'lau. These are also mamnu min as-sarf. Sha'ru ra'si aswadu wa lihyati bayda'u. So the hair of my head is black and my beard is white. هذه الشجرة خضراء. This tree is green. And السماء زرقاء. The sky is blue, and we know that sky is feminine. مؤنث السماعي. That this is how we heard about it. And also it has alif mamduda. When we have alif and after that hamza, most of the nouns will be feminine. Okay, now here we have the singular abiyadu, and then we have masculine singular, and then we have feminine singular, and also they have plural as well. They have plural as well, and the plural will be on the pattern of furlun. For example, humrun, wasudun, and also we have, okay, for abiyadu, it will not be budun, it will be bidun, because we know that yas demand that it should have kasra. So for abiyadu, baydau, and the plural will be bidun. And we know that siyamu ayyami bidin, that we fast for 3 days.
Yeah, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah, 13,
Yes.
14, 15.
That's right. Yes, 13, 14, and 15. So that's why, because the reason is it cannot be budun, because we know that the demand of ya is that it should have kasra. So it should be bidun. Whereas the plural of aswadu will be sudun, and the plural of ahmaru will be hurun. So now we know the meaning of hur as well. So ahmaru will be on the plural will be hurun. All right. So al-hunud al-humru, the red Indians. So al-hunud al-humru, the red Indians, and man ha'ulai rijalu sudu wa ulaika nisa'u sumru. Who are these black men and those brown women? So the plural of aswadu is sudun, and the plural of asmaru is sumrun. Asmaru, sumrun, that is used for the brown color. And we can see here, because they have al, that's why they do not have tanween. Otherwise, it will be sudun and sumrun. Okay, this one here, the proper name Amrun. So this is basically Amrun. In Urdu, we used to hear the stories of Umru and his friends. So it's not Umru, it's Amrun. Okay. So we have this noun is flexible, completely flexible. Amrun, Amran, Amrin. So what the Arabs did, basically, they added one waw to differentiate between Amrun and Umaru. Because when we write them without the harakat, when they do not have any vowel signs, so it will be difficult to say whether it is Amrun or Umaru. We have the vowel signs here. That's why it is easy to read Umaru, and this is Amrun. But if the vowel signs are not there, then it will be difficult to know which one is which one. So that's why an added alif, waw is put over there. So it is Amrun, and this one is Umaru. So Amrun, when it is marfu, Amran, it will take fatha and then alif and fathatain. And Amrin, again, there will be kasratain and alif, waw will be there as well. Amrun, Amran, and Amrin. Now we can see here, Sa'altu Amran is written with alif, while Sa'altu Umara is written without it, because it is mamnu min as-sarf. So Umar is mamnu min as-sarf. That's why it has fatha, whereas we know that Amrun is basically flexible. So that's why when it is mansub, it will take alif and fathatain. We know that, right? When a noun is mansub, one alif is added as well.
That's
yes?
Additional mazid, right?
That's right, yeah. Okay. Aina akhuka al-Husaynu. Where is your brother Hussein? So here, the noun al-Husayn is called al-Badalu. It is substitute for akhuka. So basically we have here, when we say Aina akhuka, it's clear, like, where is your brother? But when we say Aina akhuka al-Husayn, where is your brother Hussein? Then it becomes clearer and also emphatic, that we want to make it like clearer and then emphatic, and that's why we say al-Husaynu. Now what we need to focus on is whatever it is mubdal minhu, so the noun that it is used as, that is called al-mubdal minhu. So the i'rab of badal will be the same as the i'rab of mubdal minhu. For example, akhu. What is the i'rab or the status of the word akhu? Is it marfu?
Marfu bil waw.
That's right. So that's why al-Husaynu is also marfu. So they will be equal in number, gender, all like mawsuf sifa. When they are equal in 4 things, they will be also equal in 4 things: status, number, gender, and i'rab. So they will be equal in 4 things. Like mawsuf sifa, they will be also equal in 4 things. Aina akhuka al-Husayn. Where is your brother Hussein? The badal is in the same case as the mubdal minhu. So the one that we make substitute for, that is called al-mubdal minhu, and the one that is used is called badal or substitute. These are the terms that we need to know, and inshallah, once we know these terms, we will get used to them. So for example, we can see here, bintuhu Zainabu tabibatun, his daughter Zainab is a doctor, so bintuhu and Zainabu is used as badal because bint is already there, and then Zainabu, because bintu is marfu, that's why Zainabu is also marfu. But when you say Raitu Zamilaka Abbasan, now Zamilaka is in the place of maf'ul bihi. So that's why Abbasan is also mansub. And katabna ila ustadina Diptote Bilal. So ustad is majroor, that's why Bilal is also majroor. Ustadina, our teacher. But if you remove na, it will be ila ustadi, and then this is majroor, and then when we say Bilal, so Bilal will also be majroor. Okay, inshallah. Today, inshallah, hopefully, we will see the beautiful examples of Mubdal Milhu and Badal in Surah Fatiha. In the beginning, the 3 verses of Surah Fatiha, and then the 3 verses of Surah An-Nas. They are very good examples of Badal, and inshallah, you will never forget them. Akharu means another. Its feminine is ukhra. So akharu, masculine, and the feminine is ukhra. For example, Ghab al-yawm Ibrahimu wa talibun akharu. And we can see here that akharu is also ممنوع من الصرف because it's on the pattern of أفعلوا. أفعلوا, so that's why it is آخروا. عندي قلم آخر, I have another pen. And سألت مدرسنا ومدرسا آخر. We know that when it is used as mansub, it will not take tanween, it will take only fatha. زينب من أمريكا وفي الفصل طالبة أخرى من أمريكا. So أخرى is used for feminine. So when we say طالبة, we will say أخرى. And when we say طالب, we will say آخر with fatha, آخر. And both آخر and أخرى are ممنوع من الصرف. The word أشياء is ممنوع من الصرف. أشياء. What pattern do you think it is on?
This one is in the pattern of a plural, Ustad?
It is on the pattern of أفعلاء. أفعلاء. There were 2 yas, but one ya has,
okay.
this was أشجياء. أشجياء. But because it was difficult to pronounce, so the first ya has been dropped. It was أشجياء. أفعلاء. So that's why it is ممنوع من الصرف. So it is read as أشياء, and this is also ممنوع من الصرف. And the difference between Al-Quran and Al-Mushaf, we know that Al-Mushaf is the written copy of the Quran, whereas when we say Quran, that is the wahi that has been sent to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ma akaltu shay'an, ma is used for negative in the past tense, so that's why we say ma akaltu shay'an, I did not eat anything. And ma ra'aytu shay'an and ma qara'na shay'an. So we know that this is used as ma of negation for the past. Okay. Also, there is one very important noun which is used in Arabic quite frequently. That is ghayru. Ghayru means not. It means not. Okay. So whenever you want to negate, whenever you want to negate anything, especially a noun, you just put ghayru before that, and it will become. In English, we have to use so many, suffixes, prefixes, for example, incomplete and unable. So sometimes we have to use in, sometimes we have to use un, sometimes there are many prefixes that we use in English, but in Arabic, we have to use only one, which is ghayru. So for example, waraqun musattarun, ruled paper. It should, and when we want to say unruled paper, yani without the lines, we will say waraqun ghayru musattarin. And then we say sahihun, correct. And you want to say incorrect, ghayru sahihin. And then we say Muslim, and then we say ghayr Muslim, ghayru Muslimin, it is non-Muslim. So you see here, we have used here un, and we have used in, and we have used none. So 3 different prefixes in English, but in Arabic, only one, which is ghayru. And that's it. All right, so inshallah now
Which follows after it is a mudafil.
It is always used as mudaf, that's right, yeah. So I sent you the list of special mudaf. So this is included in special mudaf, that it is always used, like ayu is used as special mudaf and ghayru is also used as special mudaf. So the noun that follows it will be always majroor. For example, ghayru musattarin, or ghayru sahihin, or ghayru muslimin. Ghayru hadirin, if someone is absent, so we say he's not here. So we say ghayru hadirin. All right, now, before we move on to the lesson, inshallah, I would like you to have a look at the first 3 verses of Surah Al-Fatiha, and inshallah, you will be able to okay. So first we have here Bismillah Rahmanir Rahim. Okay, so now I think you can grammatically analyze even Bismillah. Ba is harf jar, and then we have the word ismun. Okay, this was the word ism. Okay, alif has been dropped.
When the alif is deleted.
And this is the only occasion when alif gets deleted in the Arabic language, because it is used so frequently that they found it a little bit difficult to put alif all the time over there. So that alif has been deleted. Otherwise, it won't be deleted. If you write somewhere else, or if you write any other name, for example, Ibnun or Ismun, or you write any other name which has Hamzat al-Wasl, we will not delete it. But in Bismillah, it gets deleted. It was basically ism, right? Ismun. For example, ma ismuka, right? So ismi is majroor because of harf jar ba. And lafzul jalala is majroor because it is mudaf ilayh.
It is mudaf ilayh.
Yeah, ismu Allahi. So bismillahi. And then there are 2 sifas of lafzul jalala, ar-Rahmani and ar-Rahimi, and they are majroor because lafzul jalala is majroor. So we know that if the noun is majroor, the sifa that follows it will also be majroor. And we have to know that a noun can have like 2, 3, 4, 5 adjectives can be used with a noun, and that's possible, right? Okay, now we have here alhamdu, and we see here that al Islam tarif and hamdu lillahi. So here lam is harf jar, right? And lafzul jalala is majroor. Lillahi, alhamdulillahi. Yeah, please, or you can mute your mics, or I think I can mute for everyone. And if you need to speak, you can just simply open your mic. Okay. Or please mute your mics so that it's a little bit like disturbing. So alhamdulillahi. Okay, so now Rabbil Alameen. Now the word Rabb, why it is majroor? Yalla, try.
Allah is our Rabb.
Sorry, yes, but grammatically, why we know that, like, but why it has
because it is
majroor?
used in place of Allah, sir.
Because it's a badal, yeah. There you go. It's a badal for lafzul jalala. For lafzul jalala, it is badal. Okay. So now we know that why badal. We need to know about this because it is used extensively in the Quran. So you know that there are many attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the first one is the real name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is Allah. And we see here that lafzul jalala is majroor because of harf jar lam. And then the badal is also majroor. We know that the i'rab of badal will be the same as of mubdal minhu. So lafzul jalala is mubdal minhu, and rabb is here badal. Okay, Rabbil Alameen. So what is this construction, Rabbil Alameen?
It's a mudaf ilayh.
Excellent, mudaf ilayh. So Rabb is majroor because it is badal, and Al-Alameen it was Al-Alamuna, but it is Alamina, una, ina, we know that sound because it is mudaf ilayh. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Okay, this Al, what kind of Al is this? This Al, I think I forgot the name.
Lam tarif.
This is lam tarif la, but here al means all praise and thanks. It doesn't mean just only, like for example, when we say insan, that can be any person. But al-insan can be one person, and al-insan can be the whole humanity. For example, we say in Surah Asr, we have well, Asr, innal insana lafi khusr. Now, insan, would that mean one person or the whole humanity?
The whole of humanity.
Humanity. Why it is whole humanity? Because we see illa alladhina. So after that, alladhina, it's not illa alladhi. Alladhina. So that confirms that it is used for the whole humanity. So this al means all praise and thanks. Hamd is used for both praise and thanks. All praise and thanks are for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahimi. Why these two adjectives are majroor?
Again, it is a badal for Rabb.
No. Sifas, they are not badal. They are used as sifa for lafz al-jalala.
Rabb.
No,
okay, for
Rabb is one. Jalala, for the word Allah. Yeah. Look here, because the word Allah, as we can see here, lafz al-jalala is majroor. So we know that when the noun is majroor, the sifa will also be majroor. Masuf and sifa, both of them are equal in number, gender, i'rab. So they are equal in i'rab. So the lafz al-jalala is majroor. That's why the adjective that is used for lafz al-jalala is also majroor. So these are the sifas used for what? Used for the word or for Allah, right? So that's why both of them are majroor, because they are used as sifas of Allah. So that's why they are majroor. Okay, Maliki. Why Maliki is majroor now? Simple.
Maliki is
It's
also same for Allah.
It's badal for yeah. It's badal for lafz al-jalala. That's right. So it's badal for lafz al-jalala, which is Allah. So in the first place, we have the real name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is Allah. And when it has kasra before it, it will be light, lillahi. Then the first badal is Rabb, and the second badal is Malik. So both of them are majroor, because lafz al-jalala is majroor here. Maliki is majroor because it is mubdal minhu, and mubdal minhu is a majroor. That's why badal is also majroor. Okay, Yawmi. Why Yawmi is majroor?
Because Maliki, he's a Malik of the day of judgment. So here it is of.
So it's mudaf. It's mudaf ilayh. Okay, and there can be one mudaf ilayh, there can be two, there can be three. So the first one is mudaf. Yawm is, when we see that it does not have al, it does not have fatha, dhamma, and kasra, so we will say that this is also mudaf. And then ad-dini, why it is majroor?
Because it's mudaf ilayh.
Mudaf ilayh. So Malik is mudaf. Yawmi is both. It is mudaf ilayh, and ad-dini is only mudaf ilayh. Maliki Yawmiddin. So Alhamdulillah, so the lafz al-jalala is majroor because of harf jar, but Rabb is majroor and Malik is majroor because of being badal.
It's badal. Okay.
Get it? Did you get it?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. And now, Iyaka. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Okay, normally we know that ka comes after the verb. For example, we say, I will hit you. So you say, adribuka, I will hit you, right? You say, I will help you. Ansuruka, I will help you. So what we do, we put the verb, and after that we put the pronoun, which is ka, which comes after the verb. But when
attached pronoun, yeah.
It is
you mean to say the attached pronoun to the verb, to the verb, right?
Yeah. So normally it comes after the verb, but if you bring it before the verb, then it is for emphasis. It is for emphasis. Okay, ka cannot come itself, so we have to bring in something, which is iya. So iya is translated as only. Okay, it could be nabuduka, which is fine. Nabuduka, we worship. Wa nasta'inuka, and we ask you for help. And grammatically, it is correct, right? Na'buduka wa nasta'inuka are grammatically correct. But subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is the beauty of Arabic language, and also grammatically and linguistically, we are announcing that we do not worship other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we do not ask anyone else other than subhanahu wa ta'ala for help. So asking for help other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is shirk. We cannot say, Ya Ali Madad. No, especially these days, like people are during the days of 9th and 10th. So when we make a covenant, when we make a commitment with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that only you we worship, and only you we ask for help, that means when we ask someone else for help, which is, you know what help I'm talking about. One help is, for example, I ask you, please give me a glass of water. This help is different. Please give me the book. Or you can ask someone, please lend me some money. That's okay, because we are human beings and these are our needs. But when we think that someone is capable of doing what na'udhu billah, yani, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is capable of doing, then that is a complete form of shirk, and we need to be very careful about that. So that's why when we say iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, that's why it is translated as only you we worship and only you we ask for help. Okay, na'budu, which form of the verb is this? Yalla, quickly. Mazid fi or mudari? Okay, number one. Okay, mazid fi or thalathi mujarrad?
Thalathi mujarrad.
Thalathi mujarrad, because it doesn't have tanween, the tashdid, it doesn't have alif, it doesn't have hamza.
It doesn't say no.
Yeah. But what about nasta'in? What about nasta'in? Is it thalathi mujarrad? Does it have any root letters?
No.
Or mazid fi?
Ista'ina.
This is mazid fi, yeah?
It is three. Mazid.
It's mazid fi. So
by
as of
three
now,
letters.
Yes, as of now, it's enough for us to know that this is thalathi mujarrad and this is mazid fi. Inshallah, when we are able to figure this out slowly and surely, we will be able to know that why we translate it as we worship you, and why here nasta'inu means we ask you for help. So this one, inshallah, we will learn in the mazid fi forms of the verb. Okay, now when we go to the last
you know, go look that one now.
surah of the Quran, which is
Not the way it is. Everybody,
can you mute your mics? It's really confusing and irritating. The mics are on.
So now my friends, you don't know me again now.
What is it? Where someone is outside.
Come now.
Okay, let me.
जब भी ये है ना make sure to click on
Okay, thank you. All right, so here now we have Surah An-Nas. Okay, now you will tell me here that we have here Malik Nas and we have Ilah Nas. So why they are majroor?
Because they are badal for Rabb.
So bi Rabbin Nas.
For the badal for Rabb.
Excellent. So bi Rabbin Nas, we can see here that Rabb is majroor. Lafz al-Jalal, again it is majroor because of harf jar bi, right? And An-Nas is majroor because it is mudaf ilayh. Qul is the imperative form. We have to learn this one, whereas a'udhu is the present, and then this one we know that a'adha ya'udhu, we have taken this. So qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, malikin nas. Well, now why Malik is majroor?
Because again it is a badal
of the word lafz al-jalala of Rabb. Excellent. So malikin nas. And why is the word an-nas majroor?
Because Malikin nas, mudaf mudaf ilayh.
Mudaf mudaf ilayh. Excellent. So it is an-nas is majroor because it is mudaf ilayh, and maliki is majroor because it is here badal for Rabb. Okay.
Badal for Rabb.
Yes, badal for Rabb. Okay, what's the difference between Malik and Malik? Malik is used for the honor. The honor.
Malik is the owner.
And that is the extended from Malaka Yamliku. Malikun is on the pattern of Fa'ilun.
Malak
Okay?
is
And Malik is used for the king. Malik. So Malik, even the
and there's
kings.
also Malak also Ustad.
Malak
The angel.
is, that means the angel. That means the angel, Malak. And the plural is Malaika. Malak means the angel. Malik with Kasra means the king. Malikin Nas, the Lord of the, and here then we translate it as Lord or the King of the human beings. And then Ilah means
again it's a badal for Rabb, right?
For Rabb, yes. Ilahin Nas. So this is also majroor because it is badal for Lafdul Jalala Rabb, and that's why we say Ilahin Nas, and Ilah is mudaf and An-Nasi is mudaf ilayh. And the rest, inshallah, we will take later in the following lessons. The rest, inshallah, you can see that the min sharril waswasi. So min is harf jar, sharri is majroor because of harf jar min, and al-waswas is
mudaf
mudaf ilayh, and al-khannas is the adjective that is used for the for shar. No, so it's used for the waswas. So inshallah, we will take this later, and then we have the use of alladhi. So do we have like some time to start the lesson? What's your capacity like? Do you have?
Yes, Ustad. Yeah, we can start.
Can we?
Yes, Ustad, we can start.
Everyone?
Yes, Ustad.
Okay. So alhamdulillah, I think from today, from day first, you know, and you have a very good idea about badal, and inshallah you will not forget it.
Inshallah.
Okay, so Ad-Darsu As-Sadis Ashara, lesson number 16, Al-Abu, the father. Aturiduna shayyam min as-suqi ya abna'i. Aturiduna. So turidu and turiduna. Shay'an min as-suqi ya abna'i. Oh my sons, do you want anything from the market? Turiduna, you all want. Shay'an, maf'ul bihi, that's why it is majroor. Mansub, anything. Min as-suqi, from the market. Ya abna'i, oh my sons. Do you want anything from the market, oh my sons? Ana al-ana adhabu ila al-masjidi wa sa'adhabu ila as-suqi ba'da as-salati. Ana al-ana adhabu ila al-masjidi. Now I will go to masjid. وَسَأَذْهَبُ إِلَى السُّوقِ بَعْدَ الصَّلَاةِ, and I will go to the market after the prayer. Okay, so أَذْهَبُ and سَأَذْهَبُ. What is the difference between these two?
Adhabu is near future.
أَذْهَبُ, I am going, or I will go. But when you say سَأَذْهَبُ, then it is restricted to the future only. Seen restricts present to the future. Adhabu can be translated as I go, or I am going, or I will go. Three translations are possible. Adhabu. Ana adhabu ila al-amal. I go to work, I am going to work, I will go to work. Three translations are possible. But when you say ana sa'adhabu ila al-amal, then it means I will go to work. So seen basically specifies and restricts the present tense to the future tense. All right, clear? The nearest future. Sa'adhabu ila suqi ba'da salati. I will go to the market after the prayer. Al-abna'u, the sons. Na'am, nuridu ashiya'a kathiratan. We want a lot of things. Okay, why we have kathiratan?
Because it is not mamnu min as-sarf.
La, but
because it's a sifat
why
as
not
well.
kathiran? Why not kathiran? The question is.
Kasiratan ashya is here the feminine, that's a plural, which is a non-living or non-feminine.
Yes, yeah. So the things that are like غير
feminative
عاقل,
is
yeah.
always
So the
started
things
with,
like for the plural of the things or the broken plural of the things is treated as singular
it is
feminine.
considered as she. It is
She,
considered
yeah.
as
So
she
that's
and
why it is
feminine.
أشياء كثيرة. And why أشياء? Why it is with fatha? Why not أشياء كثيرة?
Because as من الصرف Ustad.
أشياء is ممنوع من الصرف. Okay.
Is it?
That's right, yes. Yeah. That's why it does not have tanween, it has only fatha. Al-ab, ماذا تريد يا عمر? What do you want, O Umar? So we know that Umaru is ممنوع من الصرف. Umar says, أريد قلما. I want a pen. So أريد subject and verb, and قلما is the object. I want a pen. Al-abu, أما عندك قلم? Don't you have a pen? عندك is مبتدا and قلم is خبر. أما عندك قلم? ما استفهامية. Don't you have a pen? عمر بلا. Why not? عندي قلم أزرق. I have a blue pen. أريد قلما أحمر, and I need a red pen. Now we can see here قلم has tanween, but أزرق does not have tanween. It's not قلم أزرق. Why is that?
ممنوع من الصرف.
Yes, أزرق is ممنوع من الصرف. So that's why you now sometimes when we are reading we get confused, like why the first noun has tanween and the other one does not have. This is mawsuf and this is sifa, and they are supposed to be equal in number and gender and status. So they are equal in status. Both of them are marfu, but this is marfu with tanween and this is marfu with dhamma. أريد قلما أحمر, and here we can see that this is mansub, it has fathatain, whereas أحمر is also mansub with fatha only because this is ممنوع من الصرف. الأبو ماذا تريد أنت يا عمرو? What do you want, O Amr? Okay, now we have here ماذا تريد? What do you want? What about أنت? Why do we have أنت?
Emphasis.
It's
Emphasis.
substitute. Yeah, you want, so it's basically for you, and then it is also for emphasis. Yani ماذا تريد? What do you want? And then أنت, you. So in English it's difficult to translate or use you twice, but in Arabic we can do that. ماذا تريد? What do you want? And then أنت is also you. So this is substitute of تريد. يا عمرو, O Amr. So this one has wow because
But in that verb itself, it is indicating that the
Anta
person
is already there, yeah? Anta is already there.
Yeah, Ustad.
So
So
we
it is
have
repeated again, right,
again
Ustad?
for
No.
emphasis, yeah?
Yeah.
So substitute
Okay.
for
Yeah.
turidu, and also it is badal, and also it is
Yeah.
used for example, when you say
But
kayfa
what did you
haluka,
say, Ustad? The other reason? The other reason? What did
for
you say,
emphasis,
Ustad?
then it is badal. It is badal.
Badal also. Okay.
Yes. For example, you say ماذا كيف حالك? How are you? But you can also say كيف حالك أنت. So when you say كيف حالك أنت, this is more emphatic.
Okay. Ustad.
So ماذا تريد أنت يا عمرو? What do you want, oh Amr? So this is now Amr and this is Umar. So two different names. Amrun, as he says, أريد دفترا. I need a notebook. Inshallah, we will
But how
complete
do we
first.
make the irab of this amru?
Amru?
Ustad? We say
Ya Amru.
mahal.
No, it is marfu because after ya, singular noun is always
Yeah.
marfu. Yeah.
Yurfau bil dhamma, but
dhamma,
it is
yeah.
in the mahal nasab. Okay, it is, but should
No.
not say this wow is just an additional wow. That just to make a distinction between both, but it
Yeah, but
doesn't
here
have any.
Umaru is not mansub, it is marfu because after ya, it will be mansub when it is mudaf ilayh. But this is not mudaf ilayh, it's just a single noun.
Okay.
So ya
Marfu
Rajulu,
bil-
ya Umaru, ya Bilalu, ya Muhammadu, ya Fatimatu, ya Aminatu will be marfu. But if it is
But
after
it is
ya,
mahal.
yes, no, it's marfu. Yani.
This is we are indicating that particular person, no, Ustad, but it is always mahal nasab, no, Ustad, after ya. All the nouns or this is alam, the proper noun.
Alamun, this is the proper noun. Yeah, what I know is like when we are using it, when we are calling upon someone, then that person becomes specific. You segregate that person, isolate that person from others. So he becomes special person. That's why we use ya.
But I always learned that it is always in the place of mahal, but it will be a rafa in the with whatever it is like yurfa be whatever it is. So
With
I just
dhamma,
learned it
that's
like
right.
that.
Yes.
Okay, so it will be mahal nasab only, knows that.
Well, I need to check. I only know that when after that we have mudaf le, then it will be mansoob. But after ya, it is marfu or mansoob. Inshallah, I will check and then I'll get back to you. Inshallah.
Okay, Ustad.
Amrun, we will complete this page inshallah and then it's prayer time. Amrun, uridu daftaran, I need a notebook. And this one is clearer. I want subject, verb, and daftaran is object. Alabu, amashtaraytu laka daftaran fil usbu al-maadi. Did I buy you a notebook in the past week, in the previous week? Amrun says, Bala, yes, why not? ولكن ذاك الدفتر ورقه غير مسطر. But that notebook is without the lines, is unruled, doesn't have lines. Okay. ولكن, we know that it is from the sisters of inna, and that's why ذاك الدفتر is خبر اسم inna, and the rest of the part is خبر inna. ورقه غير مسطر is خبر inna. We know that ismu inna will be mansub and khabaru inna will be marfu, as we can see here. So why ad-daftara is mansub? What's the reason? Because it is ismu inna. Or we can say, basically it's called ismu inna.
It's a badal.
Dhaka, yes, is
Zaka
ishara and ad-daftaru is badal. That's badal. But we will say that dhaka daftaru is basically when it becomes dhaka daftara, it is ismu lakinna. Ismu lakinna, right?
Yeah, this is.
And warquhu is khabaru lakinna ghayru musattarin, which is called unruled or without the lines. Uridu daftaran dha waraqin musattarin. I want a notebook with lines. So we can see here the, and then the noun that follows it is majroor because the is used mudaf ilayh. Waraqin musattarin, with the lines. Al-ab, mada turidu anta ya Hishamu? What do you want, O Hisham? Again, we have turidu and then we have anta as substitute for Hisham, and then we also have his name as well, ya Hishamu, O Hisham. Ana ma uridu shayyan al-ana. I don't want anything now. Ma uridu, which kind of ma is this?
Negation.
Ma of negation. And when we use it with the present tense, it will restrict the present tense only to the current situation. Al-ana, right now. We normally don't use ma with the present tense, we use it with the past tense. But when you want to say right now, when we have the word al-ana, then we will use ma. Ana ma uridu shayyan al-ana. I don't want anything right now. So ma uridu. It should be la uridu, right? Even if you say ana la uridu shayyan al-ana, this is also okay. But ma uridu specifies it to the present only. And then we have aina akhuk al-Husaynu. Where is your brother Hussein? Akhu is mubdal minhu and al-Husaynu is badal for the word akhu. Where is your brother Hussein? So inshallah, we stop here today because it's been more than an hour. It's prayer time now. So inshallah, we will meet again tomorrow and complete our lesson and hopefully the exercises. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
جزاك الله خير.
Wa iyyakum.